Breaking news, Adelaide Grijalva, who is the Congresswoman who Mike Johnson literally refused to swear in after she was democratically elected for 50 days, was pepper sprayed today by ICE. I think it's really important that people understand the Gestapo are out of fucking control. And I think it's even more important to understand that if they can do this to a sitting congressperson, they literally do not give fucks about who you are. It doesn't matter if you're an American citizen. This is her telling her story.
We just came up on a community that was protecting their people. We had, I would say, maybe 40 ICE agents, most of them masked, in several vehicles that the community had stopped right here, right in the middle of the street, because they were afraid that they were taking people without due process, without any kind of notice. And so I was here. This is like the restaurant I come to literally once a week, and was sprayed in the face by a very aggressive agent, pushed around by others when I literally was not being aggressive. I was asking for clarification, which is my right as a member of Congress. So once introduced myself, once I did, I assumed that it would be a little calmer, but there was literally only one person that was trying to speak to me in any kind of civil tone, and everyone else was being rude and disrespectful. And I just can only imagine if they're going to treat me like that, how they're treating everybody else. So we saw it. We saw people directly sprayed, members of our press, everybody that was with me, my staff member, myself, 2 staff members we have like remnants of whatever they sprayed on us. Excuse me, it's bothering me. And I think that this is one of the problems, the biggest problem that we have in this community is that we have Trump that has no regard for any due process, the rule of law, the Constitution. They're literally disappearing people from the streets. They arrested 2 people. We have no idea where they're going. And I want to thank Tucson Police Department for coming and taking care of the space, making sure that everyone was safe once ICE left. And you can see that traffic is back to normal because of them. And so they were not the aggressors here. They arrived on the scene after ICE was already here and after there was a block in the street. So I just want to make sure that that's really clear. I want to protect the people in this community, and that's why I showed up. I think it's important for me to have eyes on what's happening here and not just have it be, stories through other people. So I'll keep you posted if I hear anything else.
I think people are not taking ICE as seriously as they should, specifically the mainstream media. I think every single day there needs to be story after story of people being separated by their family. There needs to be videos of people being kidnapped, snatched off the fucking street. It is a human rights violation after human rights violation. The ICC needs to come out and condemn and put warrants out for Kristi Noem, Trump, for human rights violations. This is getting fucking out of control. And the thing that's really frustrating, the Democratic Party leadership, Hakeem Jeffries, he hasn't said anything about this. I just checked his Twitter. He hasn't made a single mention about the fact that one of his colleagues, one of his representatives, was pepper sprayed in the face by ICE. To be completely honest, the Democrats as a whole have completely failed in messaging with ICE. There have been a handful of Democrats fighting against ICE, but as a whole, it's because of the fucking leadership. Because Hakeem Jeffries wants this. I mean, hello, he literally supports Israel. If he doesn't stand for Palestinian people, you really think he's going to stand for us? Come on. We need change. You need to call your representatives on both the Congress and the Senate. You need to demand that they oust Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, because ICE is not being talked about enough. There is not enough outrage about ICE. And today, a sitting member of Congress was pepper sprayed in the fucking face, and still the leader of the Democratic Party has not made a single fucking statement. And that's fucking unacceptable. So shame on Hakeem Jeffries. Obviously stand with Adelaide Grijalva, and fuck ICE.